All right, joining on the set with me is Miss Susan Harrington with Maison. Good morning.
Good morning, Danielle.
So we are here. First of all, it's always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
Such an important topic that you always talk about. Today you're going to be discussing how to manage stress, more specifically during the holidays.
Well, specifically, yes, but the holidays represent a time that we see multiple times in the year. So when thinking about the new year, right, it's when we have more on us than our regular responsibilities. So it's really important to prioritize how we use those precious resources of time, energy, and money.
And talk to us about some quick ways. I mean, I know, as we talked about during the break, it's not an overnight thing. I know when it comes to New Year resolutions, people think, oh, I'm going to make this big change in the new year. Give us some tips on how to stay realistic and start small.
So sociologists and economists have come up with four categories to prioritize our lives, the tasks we have to do. The first is important and urgent. So those are things we have to do each day in order to get our life done, right? Then there's important and not urgent, or not yet urgent. And so important and not urgent are things that we can schedule today to do tomorrow or in the near future. Then there's not important yet urgent. So those are the things that we need to plan and work toward and collaborate together, like coordinating school schedules and transferring kids. Then the last one is the one we get ourselves in trouble with. That's not important and not urgent. That's like we're scrolling through social media as opposed to getting things done. That shows we're in stress.
Got it. Now talk to us about how do we balance all of those things and actually make these things happen, because we can say, okay, I'm going to do all of those things, prioritize, but we have to actually do it. Talk to us about that.
So think about the goal. When we prioritize and put things in order, then what happens is our confidence goes up, our sense of accomplishment goes up. So there's the motivation, right? So it's important to focus on what is your reality of your life, what are your needs in your life, and what are your values in your life. And you decide what goes where based on those pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Now talk to us about, really quickly before we go, talk to us about not being so hard on ourselves if and when we slip up, because we will.
Sure. So what we know about making New Year's resolutions, for example, is 50% of us fail within the first 2 weeks. It's pretty sad. And so choosing something that fits with your priorities, choosing something that matches, this is what's really possible for me, this is what's really fits who I want to be seen as, who I think of myself as, being very mindful about that. And some folks get overwhelmed with trying to make those decisions, and so, you know, seeking some mental health help always kind of clarifies things for us as well.
And leading into us actually exiting out of the interview, perfect point to end with, if they are seeking mental health help, give us some information about Maison V.
So Maison V is a fully virtual service. I can work with anyone who's in Louisiana, according to my license. And they can reach me through maisonvla.com. And here in Lafayette, we know how to spell Maison V.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much again. It's always a pleasure to have you on set.
Thank you, Danielle. The same from me.
Awesome. And all of this information will be on our KLFY YouTube and Facebook page. We'll be right back.